In this video, we will discuss the voltage equation of a STATCOM device. A STATCOM generates a sinusoidal voltage. This voltage has the same frequency as the power system. It also has a voltage profile similar to the rated system voltage. A STATCOM uses static switching devices such as IGBTs. By controlling the switching pulses, the STATCOM controls the phase angle of its output voltage. Because of this control, the STATCOM automatically matches the phase sequence of the bus voltage. It also matches the phase angle of the bus voltage. Now, a question comes to mind. Why does the STATCOM do this? We will explain that clearly in this video. It is observed that when there is no phase difference between the bus voltage and the STATCOM voltage, there will be no real power flow. So, no real power will flow from the STATCOM to the bus, and no real power will flow from the bus to the STATCOM. In this condition, the power exchanged between the STATCOM and the bus is only reactive power. Reactive power is very important because reactive power controls the system voltage, and it helps to maintain stable and consistent voltage stability in the power system. In this video, we will prove this using mathematical calculation. We will show that when the STATCOM phase angle matches the bus phase angle, the exchanged power is purely reactive power. Now, let us begin. This is the voltage source converter, VSC. This is the inductor. This is the bus. V1 is the converter voltage and the coupling impedance is R plus Jx. Here, Jx represents the inductor. This is the bus voltage V2. We have taken the bus voltage as our reference voltage. Now, we draw the bus voltage V2 as the reference along the horizontal axis. This is V1 with angle delta, where delta is the angle between V1 and V2. So, we can write V1 angle delta as V1 cosine delta plus JV1 sine delta. And we can write V2 angle 0 as V2 cosine 0 plus JV2 sine 0. So, the voltage difference between the voltage source converter and the bus is V1 angle delta minus V2 angle 0. That becomes V1 cosine delta plus JV1 sine delta minus V2. Now, the current flowing through the link between the VSC and the bus is I equals V1 angle delta minus V2 angle 0 divided by R plus Jx. Since R is very small compared to the reactance, we can neglect R. So, we can write I equals V1 cosine delta plus JV1 sine delta minus V2 divided by Jx. Now, the total complex power is S equals P plus JQ. So, P plus JQ equals I into V2. Here, V2 is the receiving end voltage. So, this gives the receiving end power. V1 V2 into cosine delta plus JV1 V2 into sine delta minus V2 square whole divided by J x equals minus JV1 V2 by x into cosine delta plus V1 V2 sine delta by x plus J V2 square by x equals V1 V2 sine delta by x plus J within brackets V2 square by x minus V1 V2 by x into cosine delta. After simplifying the expression, we get P equals V1 V2 by x into sine delta and Q equals V2 square by x minus V1 V2 by x into cosine delta. Here, P is the real power and Q is the reactive power. When delta becomes 0, sine of 0 is 0. So, active power P becomes 0. That means no active power flows between the converter and the bus. But reactive power can still flow because reactive power depends on the voltage difference. When delta is 0, reactive power becomes V2 divided by x into V2 minus V1. So, reactive power depends on how much V1 is higher or lower than V2. If V1 is greater than V2, the STATCOM supplies reactive power to the bus. This is called capacitive mode. If V1 is less than V2, the STATCOM absorbs reactive power from the bus. This is called inductive mode. That is how a VSC-based STATCOM exchanges active and reactive power with the power system.